I was walking through a big city square the other day, and I had this thought. We're literally walking on layers of history. Like, what if a medieval canal, the very reason the city exists, is flowing 50 feet right under my shoes?
That's it, exactly. That's the whole idea behind these phantom cities.
Okay, so let's get into it.
Our mission for this deep dive is really to unpack that. The sources show that the logic of these cities, their urban DNA, was completely riverine.
Even when the water is totally hidden today.
Especially then.
Okay, so let's break this down. What makes a city a phantom city? Is it just about a few covered-up streams?
It's a bit more than that. The research points to three main conditions.
Go.
First, you have the buried systems. These are old medieval river branches, canals that were put into culverts, big pipes.
And then just paved over.
Right. You can only find them now with archaeology, sometimes geophysics. Then second, you have the drowned landscapes.
Drowned, you mean like underwater?
Yes, literally. Think about prehistoric settlements. Whole river systems that are now submerged because of post-glacial sea level rise.
Wow.
Yeah, like under the North Sea. And third, you have the ones that are canalized and forgotten.
What does that mean?
These are rivers that were turned into back-of-house infrastructure, so functional, so hidden away, that you just don't even register them as part of the city experience anymore.
This is where it gets really interesting for me. There's this popular idea that after Rome fell, all that water sophistication just vanished. A water dark age.
Right, and the archaeology says that's just not true. It clearly contradicts this idea of a hydraulic lapse.
So what do they find?
Remarkable ingenuity. I mean, look at Perugia in Italy. In the 13th century, they built a massive aqueduct just to supply one fountain.
The Fontana Maggiore, right. Beautiful.
The very one, or Bruges in Belgium. They were using buried pipes to bring clean water into the city, also in the 13th century.
It's amazing that these scattered communities could manage the engineering for something that complex.
And the longevity is what's really stunning. In eastern Spain, they had these underground water galleries, sort of like qanats, that were still working until 1955.
Until 1955.
Can you believe it? That kind of hidden infrastructure is so crucial, but it's also so vulnerable.
Right, because if you don't know it's there, you can just build right over it.
Exactly. That's why things like the Malta or Valletta Convention are so important for protecting this buried heritage. It's all about uncovering that hidden potential before it's lost.
That idea of uncovering hidden potential is such a modern challenge, too. So many organizations struggle to find where new technologies can actually help them. It's a perfect connection. If you need help with AI training, automation, or even just figuring out where AI agents could make the most impact for your business, you should check out embersilk.com.
And that actually brings us to the really hopeful part of this story. Many cities are now trying to bring these phantom rivers back to life. It's not just about preserving them anymore, it's about restoration.
So resurrecting them.
Yeah, in a way, yes. Look at Udu in Poland. It's an old industrial city, covered its rivers completely. Now they're trying to, and this is a quote, resurrect riverine identity.
What does that look like on the ground?
It means revealing these ghostly traces of the old rivers, creating nature reserves right inside the city.
And London has some great examples of this too, right? The Lost Rivers projects.
A fantastic example. The restoration of Turkey Brook at Albany Park is just a huge success story. They literally broke down the concrete channel.
And what do they do?
They created a winding, natural stream and a new wetland. The sources call it a mini urban Eden.
That's amazing. And people really got behind it, didn't they?
They really did. Volunteer numbers went up by something like 673% between 2013 and 2019. It just shows how much people want that connection back.
So really, the knowledge from our past is becoming a tool for our future.
That's the key takeaway. Archaeology's role is shifting. It's becoming a bridge between how people adapted in the past and how we can build a better future now.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. By studying how the Roman harbor at Aquileia shifted over time as the river channel silted up, we learn real lessons about managing modern floodplains.
So, ancient problems, modern solutions.
Exactly. That knowledge is feeding directly into massive restoration projects happening right now, like the Merlin projects along the Danube and the Rhine. Our phantom history is actively informing our resilient future.
That connection, from 13th century pipes to 21st century rewilding, is exactly why we do this deep dive. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to the show. Hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.